everybody, welcome back to La Vita Pasta. I'm your host, Justin Barker, aka Big Chef 51. Today we're gonna make pizza crust, the dough, from scratch. And man, let me tell you, it is so good when you make it yourself. It takes, 5 minutes to make it, 45 minutes to sit, and then you're ready to actually roll it out and make the pizza. Here's what you need, okay? Follow along, here we go. You're gonna need some regular all-purpose flour. You're gonna need some regular salt. You're gonna need some olive oil. You're gonna need sugar. Rapid rise yeast, and you're gonna need 3/4 of a cup of warm water. Okay, and some way to measure heat, like a temperature gauge, anything like that, so you can measure the temperature of your water. And you need a food processor, all right? So here we go. What happens first? 2 full cups of flour in, boom. Next, 1 teaspoon of salt in, 1 teaspoon of sugar in, 1 packet of rapid rise yeast in, 1 tablespoon of olive oil in, and look, all you're gonna do is press mix for about 30 seconds, and what's gonna happen is all you're mixing the ingredients, the yeast gets all the way through all the flour. Ready for that? Then you're gonna take 3/4 a cup of the hottest tap water you have, which is usually around 110 degrees. Throw it in the microwave for about 7 or 8 seconds, and when it comes out, you're gonna measure it, but you want somewhere between 120 and 130 degrees. Anything hotter than that, you kill the yeast. So do not get it any hotter than 130. So now you're gonna take the cover, put the water in, and press mix again. And here's what it's gonna look like. Guys, in about 15 or 20 seconds of mixing, it's gonna turn from powder to a ball. And that's when you know you're ready and it's done. Turn it off, open the lid, take it out, and you have a baseball-sized clump of dough. And it's kind of sticky, so you may want to put some flour on your hands. You put it in a little bowl, cover it with cling wrap, and let it sit anywhere in the house that's somewhat warm. In other words, don't refrigerate it. And what happens after 45 minutes is you have a giant ball of flour. This is what it looks like. And that's the flour we're gonna use to roll out the pizza. So when we come back, I'm gonna clean our prep surface and we're gonna start rolling out the pizza. So I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, so we took the the roll of dough, and we took it out of the container, and you see, now we start to have the basis of the pie crust, okay? You notice I took some flour and I put it out here on the island. This happens to be a granite countertop that we can use. And essentially what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start working a little flour on your hands, okay? Always a good thing, right? You can start just little by little working it like this, moving it out, okay? Good. You wanna get a shape of what you want before we start really stretching it, okay? And essentially what we're doing is we're moving this out into a big giant circle, okay? And what's good is now, once you have it, you can literally start moving your hands out a little bit and stretching the pie crust, stretching the pizza dough. Oh, it's so good. I cannot wait to see what this is gonna taste like. All right, now you see how that's gotten much bigger in circumference, okay? And that's about right for our sheet here. We have a little bit of our olive oil here, and we're gonna pour a little bit of the olive oil on here, and we're just gonna make a nice like this here. Okay, and we're gonna fold that over our hand one way, and go right on like this. Let that sit on there for just a second, and we're gonna start spreading it, okay? This. So now we just wanna start moving it out, moving the crust out a little bit, right? Notice what we're doing here. Okay, kind of let it sit over the edge, and this should be plenty size. This two cups of flour is plenty size for this 18-inch pan. This is a big pan. You know, we're gonna feed our family tonight with this pizza. So essentially here, now we got it, right? Look at that. So again, you're gonna put a little olive oil. Little olive oil there, nice. And you're just gonna kind of spread that around a little bit with your fingers. Good. Now, to make a nice edge crust, you literally just fold it down on itself. You'll notice that some areas are bigger than others, and that's okay. So you can see what I'm doing here. This is what gives you those little air pockets sometimes that make the crust look nice and thick. All that's good. Perfect. Okay, now that we have that, we have our olive oil in there. Now we have a little bit of red sauce, okay? And what we're gonna do with the red sauce, we're gonna start essentially right in the middle. Now, this red sauce is a sauce that I made a few weeks ago, and you'll need about a cup of it and a spoon to move it around. And essentially, you start in a circle and you just move it. And those little bumps you made on the edge of the pizza will act as a little barrier for you. And you could just move your sauce nicely around. So about a cup of that is perfect for an 18-inch pie. Good there. Now, what's next? Junior Chef, what's next?
The cheese.
Yeah, this is about 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. You can get finely shredded or thicker shredded is fine. Can't go wrong here. And guys, if you think about this, you can use this crust for a white pizza, you can use it for a clam pizza, you can use it for any pizza you want. This is the same crust you're gonna use for all the different pizzas essentially that you're gonna make, other than flatbread. This is not a flatbread. But what you're gonna find is this pizza is just gonna be so much better than anything store-bought. The flavors are just unbelievable, okay? Now, what I always like to do, I like a little garlic, fresh garlic on mine, but I have a little freshly chopped oregano here, a little bit of basil, and I just sprinkle that on. Okay, now, other options. Some people take garlic powder and just cover the outside edge, or a little more olive oil around the edge. You can do that. Some people use a brush. I like my fingers, and you just brush the edge all the way around the crust. Use your hands, guys. This is good. This is getting to know your food. Okay? Now I've preheated my oven. I'm gonna go to 500 degrees. It's almost ready. It'll beep here in just a minute. And we're gonna put this in for about 10 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. My oven is a convection oven, and it's gonna take about 13 minutes. But just watch it. When it's brown and crusty and bubbly, it's time. So when we come back, we're gonna see the finished product, okay? So look at this pizza right now. We look at the oven, it's ready to go, and we're gonna be back in about 10 or 15 minutes. See you in a bit. Hey, here we go. So we're ready to take the pizza. Oh, look at that, y'all. This was not even 12 minutes, about 11 and a half minutes at 500 degrees. And that pizza, you hear the crust nice and crispy all the way around. I think we need to get a slice. What do you think?
I think yes.
All right.
I'm hungry.
Let's cut it.
That looks so good, Red Bone. Now.
Ooh, smoking hot. All right. I know it's gonna be hot, but I gotta try it. Oh, look at a little flop. Look at that. Oh, just a little flop is good.
How good?
A little crisp to the bottom of the crust. Perfect. Cheese, it's got the little brown texture to it. The sauce, you can taste just a nice little sauce in there. Crust, crispy crust. Let me get a crunch. Yeah, nice and crispy.
You know it's good when you can hear it.
I'll tell you this. So, when you make your own pizza, you feel so much better than when you order it from somebody else. Now, granted, there's a lot of great pizza makers out there. We have a few in town that we absolutely love. But the sense of accomplishment of taking the dough in your hands, making it, rolling it, putting it in the oven, doing everything yourself makes all the difference in the world. And that's what we want to do today. So if you like what you see, like, share, subscribe. Have fun with it, folks. Do it with your family. Tonight, my son Tristan, who's behind the camera,
Hello.
got to enjoy this with me tonight, and they're going to enjoy this pizza here in about 5 minutes. So thanks for becoming a subscriber to La Vita Pasta. Leave your comments, guys. Tell me what you think of the pizza. tell me how you did it. What flavors, what toppings did you add? But anyway, I love that you're here. I love that you spent the last 10 or 15 minutes with me. God bless you guys, especially during this coronavirus. And thanks for everybody out there for doing all that you do to keeping us all safe, staying home, following the CDC guidelines. We love you here at La Vita Pasta. Take care. Have a great night.